Guys, congratulations. Just relax, just be yourself. I mean, I know, martial artists, you live a life of discipline, of servitude and respect. And let's start with Gabe, because, you took third place. And the one thing that you and Kiri both impressed upon me like the last time was having the black belt isn't about clout and it's not about showing off. It's about having responsibility, and it's about, training the young ones too. So what did you feel when you went over there and competed about how you represented, your dojo and your island?
I just wanted to make a statement. So, if I go out there and give my best, and especially win, I hope it gives the kids courage to step on the plate and just win themselves. Not just about me all the time.
Okay, Q, you kind of said like the same thing, right? Like you feel now like you have a responsibility not only to continue to learn, but also to teach and to hold other people responsible and accountable. Okay. Yeah. Tell me about the trip. How was that like?
I learned a lot, not just about the tournament itself, but about myself. It wasn't the outcome that I wanted, but I'm very proud of how everybody performed, especially Gabe. Winning third place is a really big thing here. And it just encouraged other kids to execute as well.
All right. So, young sir, as a brown belt, you're almost like at that level and everything like that. What do you have to do for your own practice of Kyokushin karate to earn that?
Come to class every day and always do your best efforts and show the people that you're not just here for workout, you're here to train, here to do it.
Okay. Now, Sensei, how proud of you? Obviously, when you have success, you said last time sports is supposed to be fun, and you also incorporate that. But exactly. Just how proud were you of these young people to go there and actually do their best?
Very proud, because some of them that went there was their very, very first time. And they've been with the dojo for a while, but competition, this was their first time. And so for me to kind of see them take that leap of faith and just kind of trust the process was really really eye-opening for me to see them as a karate student, just like, we're going to do, these guys are doing, so I want to try this new avenue. But as far as these guys are concerned, obviously very proud. I mean, we've been at this for years, just consistently competing and trying to. The outcome of, obviously we want to win, we want to represent, we want to bring home the gold, right? Like everybody says. But I think at the end of the day, as a unit and as a dojo, we come back stronger and more like invigorated to get back to work and shoot for it. Because I think the point of competition in our eyes too is, yes, winning, but also like doing something together as a group and as a family to go out there and show the world like our martial artists are just as good as fill in the blank there. But yeah.
Okay, so I've got the same question for like all three of you, right? Because your sensei told me last time I was here again, because last interview I did with you was so spectacular and people learned so much about it. He said, when you spar, that's kumite, right? Yes. Yeah, when you spar with an opponent, it's not just, who's got the quicker moves or ultimately who earns the victory, but it's also an exchange of energy, right? And you're learning from each other and there's respect there. Let's go down the line. What did you learn about just the competition and what you were able to take away from your opponents and hopefully what you gave back to them?
Well, I'm able to trust myself more in terms of the preparation into it, instead of just training so hard and go there and think below myself. So winning or breaking the first round, it felt good because I haven't done it in Japan. That was my first time. So I don't know, it was fine overall.
So modest.
I was so I really wanted Sensei to be my corner. Confidence-wise, I was a little kind of like scared going into it because he's usually there by my side, especially him being my Nino. So I was a little shaken up that he wasn't able to corner me, but I did have my brother, so it did give me more of a confidence boost that I can trust him and he can tell me what to do. Exchanging-wise with my opponent, it was hard because Arsenals-wise, she did have the same as me. She was more heavier than I expected, but I felt like I performed as much as I can and how I wanted to execute, and I don't have any issues with how I performed. I think I performed well up to my ability.
All right, and can I just ask one thing real quick, because I wore braces too, right? How is it like to practice karate, especially like in a competitive tournament when you've got orthodontic work? I wore braces for 3.5 years, so like I totally get it.
It's not really a big difference, and it just feels sore every time you have to get tightened up for your teeth. There was a couple times where training did kind of hurt. It was just bothering me, but it wasn't like I had to take a break from it. So.
Does it affect your breathing?
No, not really.
Okay, because I played football when I had braces and everything like that, and it definitely like affected like my pace and how I had to relearn how to breathe. So I was just curious about that. All right, what did you learn from your opponent in the exchange?
And I need to do more stuff, do more things instead of sticking to what I always do with the 1-2 or a low kick, instead of just do more stuff.
Okay, and then Sensei, some final thoughts from you on how these young athletes take instruction, but then also like in what I see for your black belts, you really give them the freedom to take ownership of the program and of the dojo and how they're applying it.
Absolutely. I think what I take away from all of this too for me is what I didn't have coming up through the ranks, and also even competition when I competed twice in Japan for the world tournaments. I didn't have a corner. I didn't have any fight camp, so it's kind of all on my own. So after the second try at a world tournament, I realized like, okay, maybe this is as far as I'm going to go, but at least I know now what I need to do to help my students prepare and get ready for these things. So since my last tournament, I've always just looked at these guys and focused on their progression and understanding of karate, because I think most students, especially when they get to the rank of brown belt, it's kind of like they call it quits, because they kind of figure, I know Kyokushin. It's like that's a bold statement, because you have black belts that are continuing training for 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah, can you ever truly know Kyokushin fully?
I mean, you can understand concepts, but I think to fully understand it does take the days of practice, and then even as black belts, it's always something. There's always a new challenge, for us as well, because we don't want to be content, because we want to show our students like, look, even at my age, at my rank, I'm still thriving. So I want you guys to continue to push the envelope for yourselves, because this is the first time Kyokushin's ever been this good of a position in terms of having youth competitors and youth black belts, really pushing forward and hopefully in the next year or two just breaking wide open and just start winning stuff and bringing home, creating more champions here. So that's my personal goal, but whatever happens, that's God's will. So.